everybody, thanks for joining us on the Recruiter channel. Today we're going to be talking about hiring mistakes that ruin your recruitment process efficiency. So a lot of recruiters and hiring managers have been talking about recently how difficult it really is to be a recruiter these days, because it's extremely difficult to find not only the candidates to fill some of these roles, but to also bridge that gap between employers and job seekers. So there are a lot of things that you need to practice and do really well, and there are also some things that you really need to focus on avoiding when you're working on your hiring and recruitment process. So these are some mistakes that we've seen recently that a lot of hiring managers and recruiters make that ruin their efficiency, that kind of ruin their hiring process in general, and make the recruiting process a lot more difficult than it has to be. So here are some mistakes that we've found that we think that you should avoid. Mistake number one is waiting for the perfect applicant. So as they've said a million times in life, no one's perfect. And that's extremely true when it comes to looking through and seeing through candidates for certain positions. If you are looking for the absolute, perfect resume with no issues whatsoever, no mistakes, and then also going through their interview and phone screening process and looking for zero mistakes there and looking for perfect set rules of what your applicant has to be, it's going to make your hiring process a lot more difficult. It's time to really start to evaluate a little bit less marginalized fractions and pieces of the hiring process and start looking into who the person is, how easy they are to talk to, how their communication skills are, their soft skills, and really looking into those aspects instead of just these resume set standards. Because looking for that perfect applicant is really just going to be a trialing process. So try to avoid looking for perfection. Our second mistake that we've seen a lot in the hiring process is failing to write a compelling and thorough job description for your jobs, which is a huge mistake because, of course, a lot of candidates are looking for positions now, or all candidates are looking for positions now online and through mobile devices. And if you don't have your website optimized for mobile devices, if you don't have your job descriptions on point and descriptive and fun and exciting, they're just going to be deterring people, and candidates will turn a blind eye to them because they're really looking for something that will not only engage them, but that will also be very descriptive and tell them exactly what they need for the position and what kind of experience is going to be working for this employer. So make sure that you really try to work on your job descriptions and making them exciting and engaging as well as informative. A third mistake that we see in the hiring process that ruins efficiency is failing to manage the hiring process efficiently and correctly. So as they've said in the past, looking for a candidate for a specific position should not take more than 6 weeks, but should not be less than 3 weeks. So if it takes way too long, your hiring managers and you will start to become tired with the process, tired for looking for this one role, and you'll become a little bit bored with the project that you're working on, and you might not work as hard on filling this role. So you want to make sure that you're managing that time correctly within your hiring process so that you can get the right people in and still be engaged with the certain position that you're looking to fill, so that it's great for both sides. The job seekers are engaged by you and the employers are happy as well. Another mistake that we've seen recently with hiring and in the recruitment process is, not basing compensation on market rates and on, market demands. So if your employer and the compensation, the salaries that you're willing to give out are just not comparable and not competitive rates with what's going on in the market right now for your specific industry or the position you're trying to fill, it's not going to work out for you. And again, the hiring process is just not going to be efficient. It's going to be a lot longer to find someone to fill that role that you're trying to fill. You need to do your research on the market that your business business is in, the industry that your business is in, see what people are being paid at the candidate's age level, you know, at their experience level, what these positions are being paid and valued at in general, and really base your compensation based off of that. Because if you are just kind of throwing numbers out there, or really having maybe even low compensation because you don't think it's, you know, think it needs to be a position that's paid a higher rate, you may be really deterring a lot of candidates there as well. And a fifth mistake that we've seen in the hiring process that really ruins efficiency is failing to sell the position to potential candidates. So your recruiters and you as a hiring manager are the branding for this position and for the company. You are the face of the company. You are the one expressing what this company is like, how great it is to work for, what this position will be like, what the compensation will be, what the benefits will be. You're selling all of that. So it's a huge mistake if you don't focus on that selling process. You need to be a marketer in your own. You know, you need to really represent that and embody the brand. And that is what has been, you know, catching candidates' attention, especially with social media recruiting within the past 5-10 years, because it's something that's needed. That branding is a touch point for candidates, especially online and on mobile devices. So you need to make sure that you're focusing on that. Those are our tips and tricks on some mistakes to avoid in the hiring process today. Stay tuned on our YouTube channel and our Twitter @recruiter.com for more videos coming your way. See you next time.